on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw is Milton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Texans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here's Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you have to say that they've underachieved.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Lawrence. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Cook
will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. When you look at this defense, they enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him from no gain.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. The rookie from Tennessee orchestrating things well. It's a 1st down here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. To throw, it's Milton. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it won't leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Milton. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Throwing is Milton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
Now Lawrence.
He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown,
Buffalo. Malik Nabers.
40 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Milton now to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st and 10.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Jones again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, fourth and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Open man right side is Kupp, complete.
And the Bills are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Now Milton.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston.
Anthony Schwartz.
65 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Mosley out there to kick it away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to go down. The Texans come on and able to bring him to the ground. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now Lawrence to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Lawrence. That is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cook is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. The right side here caught by Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Milton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Milton. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Up the middle, Jones. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. That's to the rookie. It's Ja'Tavion Sanders.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Lawrence. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage, and we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
To throw, it's Milton.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Milton.
Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Lawrence will throw.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Motion man is Schwartz.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing is Milton.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Milton now to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
From the gun on third down, Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his tight end Fant.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10.
Operating from the gun, Milton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at them, and thus far they've been successful.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Now Milton. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Aaron Jones
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Now 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running right, Jones.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Milton.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
But, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these